Hey, 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 beautiful people, what's going on? Linda S. Hustler here, the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach. I'm coming to you live and direct because that's what I do. I am definitely putting forth an effort to go live more often because I think that is definitely something I can put into my schedule. So I am here Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yes, it is Sunday. Sunday, it seems like I've been coming on like 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am here in the Atlanta area. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Linda S. Hustler, the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach. I am an over 50 influencer. My job is to teach Black women over 50 how to gain the guts to start living your life with intention instead of just existing so that you are finally fulfilled and no longer frustrated. Hey, Virginia, what's going on, sis? And so today I wanted to come and talk to you because I don't know if I elaborated on it last time I was here last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. Where are you chiming in from, Virginia? About my 10-day masterclass experience going down. Tomorrow is orientation, but we actually start the actual lessons on the 19th, which is Tuesday. But I always do an art orientation. I do these masterclasses every 8 weeks or so because I do believe that when we move up the ladder of life, which is my fancy way of saying getting older, right? Some people, they don't like to say I'm getting older or I'm old or whatever. So I come up with fancy ways to say things. So as we're moving up the ladder of life, ladies, is it just me? Or have you noticed that you might start to feel a little invisible? I remember, and I'm going to just keep it 100, right? I remember when I was younger, right? Going to the gas station and, guys looking at me. One guy even said, well, ma'am, can I pump your gas? I don't think he said ma'am, but I hear ma'am so much now that, that's just how I talk about myself. But he said, ma'am, can I pump your gas for you? And I was just like, you can pay for it. I don't need you to pump the gas. How about you say, can you pay for the gas? But anywho, and just getting them little looks and the little how you doings and all that. I don't get that no more. And it made me feel some kind of way as I was getting older, right? So I'm just keeping it real with you right now. And so these are some of the things that we deal with as we're getting older, right? I was feeling like life was passing me by. I was feeling like I was too old and it was really too late for me to create the life that was actually on my dream board. You know what I mean? That life, we go to these vision board parties and all that good stuff. I call it my dream board, vision board parties. And you're having fun and the mimosas are pouring and they got Jill Scott playing in the background or Kim or Charlie Wilson, and you just cutting and pasting and doing all this stuff. And you're thinking, yes, Virginia, yes, I know, girl. This is why I do what I do. And so as I got older, I was doing hair forever. I stopped doing hair and started doing life coaching full time. It'd be a year. I flew into Atlanta October 31st, Halloween 2020. So it'll be a year I've been here. A year I've been coaching full time. I was trying to do the hair, run the salon, coach. It was just too much. And I said, you know what, Linda? Girl, just go for the coaching full time. Because my clients, as I was getting older, they're getting older. They're sharing stuff with me. And I'm like, girl, me too. I feel that way too. And that's when I said, you know what? I got to do this full time. I've got to really get this movement started of Black women over 50 who are recognizing that you aren't really living your life to your fullest potential and not just settling for that, not just saying, okay, it could be worse. My whole thing is this, it could be better. What is with this? It could be worse stuff. You see what I got here? Hopeful, living a dream. There's always something to be thankful for. Don't forget to be awesome. Here's my I am in Atlanta, girlfriend. Here's my gold digger. She believed she could, so she did. I surround myself with all this stuff. Yes, I am in Atlanta. Just moved here not too long ago. Let me get my gold digger. So it seems like I'm blocking it. Let me move my stuff over a little bit because I'm all about that gold digger life. And so, anywho, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions, right? If you're considering coming to my Ignite Your Midlife Mojo Masterclass series. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions because I also have a group, Audacious Black Women Over 50, on Facebook. And if you're on Clubhouse, I've got Audacious Black Women Over 50, a club also. And so I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. I wrote them down. And this is how you know where you are in your life, right? Is your life acceptable or exceptional? Okay. Acceptable or exceptional. And if you just want to live that acceptable life, that's fine. That's cool. I lived it for a long time. It wasn't until I was 49 years old that I'm really started looking at my life, right? I wanted to get a jump start on 50. I didn't want to just 2 days before my 50th birthday start thinking about stuff because at 50, we have lived half a century by 50. Let's just be clear. We can call it 50, fabulous 50, fabulous, fabulous, you, fabulous, whatever you want to say. At the end of the day, it still is. We have lived on this earth half a century by 50. And I started looking at my life at 49, like, Linda, what have you done significant in these years that you've been here on earth? And I had 4 major boxes that were not checked, y'all. I didn't have a kid. I didn't have a man. I wasn't a homeowner at 49. And I didn't have any, I had been doing hair for 23 years when I was 49. Hadn't even opened my own salon, y'all. You know, that's ridiculous. But that just goes to show you what confidence and self-esteem and self-sabotage and all these different things that can happen. You don't have to just be there young. You can be older and mature, still working through these challenges. And so the first question I want you to ask yourself is your life acceptable or exceptional? As however old you are right now, my sweet spot is Black women over 50. Is your life acceptable or exceptional? And if your life is acceptable and you cool with that, kudos to you. God bless you. But if it's acceptable and you do want it to be exceptional, you need to be coming to my 10-day masterclass experience where we are going to have orientation tomorrow, but the lessons officially start October 19th. The second question I want you to ask yourself, I wrote these down, is the life you live in right now, is that the life that's on your vision board? Are you living your vision board life? That's another question I want you to ask yourself. And if the answer is no to that, then you need to be coming to my Ignite Your Midlife Mojo 10-day masterclass experience. I put the link in the description. I hope it's clickable. Let me know if it's not. I can still pin it. I do believe, again, I'm not real hip to, no, this ain't Instagram. This is, what is this? YouTube. Lord have mercy. I'm on so much stuff. And then the third question is the life that you're living representing your gifts and talents? Is the life that you're living right now representing your gifts and talents? I see we got a couple people on here. Is your life acceptable or exceptional? Is your life that you're living right now the life that's on your vision board? And the third one is your life you are living now representing the gifts and talents that you know that you have? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. And then you ask yourself, are you good living the life that's not representing your gifts and talents? Are you good living a life that's not on your vision board? And are you good living the acceptable life instead of an exceptional life? Because we can always make a decision, y'all, to put some extra on our ordinary and then be extraordinary. That's what I did. I just made the decision. I didn't worry about how I was going to be extraordinary. I didn't ask myself how I was going to be exceptional. I didn't ask myself how was I going to create that life that was on my vision board. I didn't ask myself how I was going to start living my life, exercising my full gifts and talents. And a lot of us get stuck there, y'all. A lot of us get stuck. Well, if we don't know the how, and if we don't have the roadmap, and if we don't have the blueprint, and nobody can just break it all the way down, some things you just gonna have to put the work in. Most things. Tyler Perry did not become Tyler Perry overnight. He slept in his car, but he kept his dream close to his heart. And all I'm saying to you is if your life is acceptable and you want it to be exceptional, if your life is not what's on your vision board, and if you are not living your utilizing your gifts and talents fully, and that's what you want to do, then you really need to be at orientation tomorrow that I'm having. And Miss Linda, you turn 60 in 2 years, and one of the ways is relocate. Absolutely. See, I'll be 60 in 2 years too, Virginia. I am 58 years old. I turned 58 June 5th. But here is the question I want to ask you. And I love that you say you're reinventing yourself as relocation and getting your degree. Is that going to make you exceptional, acceptable? Is that going to make you where you're living your vision board life? Is that going to have you utilizing your full gifts and talents? Because here's the thing. I don't know how much time I have left. I don't know how much time you have left. That is a wonderful goal. I love it, Virginia. But now I'm going to ask you to put some extra on your ordinary. Okay? I'm going to ask you to put some extra on your ordinary. And when these things happen, is that going to make you acceptable and exceptional? Because I do believe that life is all about continuous growth, continuous up leveling. You know, a lot of times people try to say, and then when I get here, this is going to be, that's where I'm going to just chill. I say we're supposed to continuously grow. I am continuously growing. I'm excited I stay immersed in self-development, self-enrichment, seminars, workshops, books, all of that. I'm excited about a 3-day seminar I'm going to here in Atlanta, October 20, I think it's 21st, 22nd, 23rd, or something like that, for life coaches. 3 days of intense training for us. Now, I'm already certified, but I just love it. Oh, to be in a room full of like-minded people, all excited about taking their life to the next level. Yes, Virginia, if you ain't growing, you dying. And see, the okie doke that we go for, the society and the status quo wants us to do, Virginia, is they want us to think that uh, getting by is the goal. No, getting by might be where we currently are, but that doesn't mean we have arrived. That's not the finish line. We've all, and starting to travel, yes, we all have got to start somewhere. It started with me just acknowledging that, girl, I don't like this life that I'm living. I know there's more juice that I can squeeze out of life, right? I knew that I was cream, and cream always rises, but I wasn't rising. So I'm thinking, ooh, I must not be real cream. I must not be 100% cream. I must be diluted down cream because I am not rising, and cream is supposed to rise. So we've got to get to a point where we are just keeping it brutally honest with ourselves. We just have to keep it brutally honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, what do I want? Why do I want it? And who do I have to become to get it? Because that's where we get stuck a lot of times, y'all, is we might know what we want. We might even know why we want it. But what's the crux of the issue is, who do you have to become to get it? See, a lot of us would love to be Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry and, just all these people who have done phenomenal things. And not all people who have done phenomenal things are celebrities. I mean, when you look at CNN Person of the Year, these are just average people who have done incredible things, passion projects that they just had to make happen. Those are the people that are awesome too. So when I say that, what do you want? Why do you want it? And who do you have to become to get it? I do believe that who do you have to become to get it is what keeps us from really going to the other side and really standing up and fully embracing who we are and becoming the person that we really need to be so that we can finally be fulfilled and finally have the time, the freedom, the joy, the peace of mind that I believe that we all desire and deserve. But when we're not living our next level life, when we have settled, when we have said, you know what? It could be worse. I really hate that. Why don't we ever say it could be better? Because that's going to require us to do some things, right? If we say it could be better, that's going to require us to take our game to the next level. And we don't always want to do that. I mean, it is what it is. We just don't always want to take our game to the next level. So if you are ready to take your game to the next level, and if you got $20.21, because it's not free, but it almost is. And the only reason why I charge $20.21 is two reasons. One, it's a play on the year 2021. And two, so many of us have never invested in ourselves. We'll buy the rings, we'll buy we'll do all kinds of stuff, but we won't literally invest in ourselves. So if it's the first time you've ever done something like this, you can say, well, no, I invested in myself, because I believe that the last frontier for Black people is when we start doing the mindset work. I don't care what anybody says. When we start doing the mindset work, life changes, because the way that we look at life changes. Now we're able to process some of that stuff. Now, I am not a therapist by any stretch of the imagination, but what I do know is that life coaching took me from, oh my gosh, I really started thinking about it when I got diagnosed with herpes. I was like 40 years old, but it still took me 9 years after that to really start thinking about what different changes I wanted in my life, right? But that diagnosis really did something to me. My esteem already wasn't, at a level 10. But to get diagnosed with herpes, in my prime, I was in my prime at 40. I don't know about you, but I was in my prime. Where were you at 40? Where were you at 40? Do you feel like you were in your prime? I think I was in my prime, because I still was, young enough to, where my knees and my back wasn't hurting. I could still pull, kind of the younger guys, because 40 really isn't that old. And Black don't crack anyway, right? But to be diagnosed with herpes at 40, I was like, oh my God, this is the pits. And so, again, confidence, self-esteem, self-sabotage. DMX said so eloquently that the inner me was the enemy. They were interviewing him, asking him, man, you so talented. Why you can't get off these drugs? And he said, man, the inner me is the enemy. And I never forgot that. And as I come around the mountain, as I'm getting ready to land a plane, so to speak, as we get older, sometimes we're not getting bolder. Sometimes we're getting bitter. As we get older, we can start to feel like life is passing us by. As we get older, we can start believing that we're too old and it's too late for us to really create the life that we desire and deserve. And what this masterclass does, ignite your midlife mojo, my 10-day masterclass experience. Now, I had somebody say, oh my gosh, Linda, why so long? And I'm thinking, this has the possibility to change your life. If somebody said, you need to take this seminar, and at the end of these 10 days, I'm going to give you $1 million, you would be like, woo! All right, y'all. You be all on Facebook doing Facebook Lives. I'm on day 7, y'all. 3 more days, I get my $1 million. We have to start putting things in perspective. We have to start recognizing what's important. We have to give ourselves the time, right? We have to invest the time into becoming the person that we want to be. I did not become, hey, Denise, I didn't become Linda, the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach overnight. But I made a decision that I wanted to change my life. I made a decision that I did not want to live a life full of regrets. I made a decision not knowing how I was going to become the person that I wanted to be, but I decided that I wanted to become something different, someone different. And so I didn't want to be this old, forgotten person. I understood that aging is tolerated and not celebrated. I understood that. And so I went on a journey at 49 to find some significance in my life, because I wasn't going into 50 being average and ordinary. And that's why I ask you, for these 3 questions right here. Yes, invest in yourself, girl. We say that, but we'll buy Gucci all day and Louis Vuitton all day and red bottoms and the Beamer and the fancy clothes. We'll invest in our outside and we'll be designer outside and Walmart and Target and TJ Maxx inside. Nothing wrong with that. I was just at Marshall's the other day and got me these cute little juicy slides with the bling bling on them for $10.06 with tax. So I'm not here to diss any of these discount stores, but what I'm saying is we got to get to the point where we working on the inside. We investing. We putting money in our insides because that is going to take you to the other side with the rainbows and the unicorns and the butterflies, right? You can be broke down and feeling like life is over with your Louis Vuitton purse on. So I'm trying to get Black folks, Black women in particular, in a space, Black women in particular over 50, when I know that age gremlin just be grinning like, yeah, yes, profound statement. Yes, Virginia, that age gremlin is on us deep right about now. Y'all remember that movie Gremlins, right? Them little furry things and how they multiply. Girl, them age gremlins ain't no joke. They be telling you too old. They be telling you washed up, you unimportant. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you. Your dream, just stop dreaming because it ain't gonna come true. You're too old for your dream. That's what the age gremlins be telling you, right? And if you're not working on your mind at this stage of your life, your hopes and dreams, all that stuff that you be telling people you're gonna do that you know damn well you're not gonna do, that's how that happens. So if you feel like, you know what, Linda, yeah, I see where I can up level a little bit. I feel you, sis. And again, this is what I do. My sweet spot is Black women over 50. That's my jam. That's who I'm here to serve. That's who I feel committed to serve and called to serve. I found my purpose, y'all. And that's another thing. A lot of us out here over 50, not knowing why we here. We just going along to get along. Just we not blazing our own trail. We just marching to whatever drum beat somebody else is drumming. We're not even marching to our own drum beat. Come on now. Denise, those age gremlins. Yes, yes. And that's why I'm here to tell you, y'all come on through to my Ignite Your Midlife Mojo Masterclass because let me know if that link is clickable in the description. Because let me tell y'all one thing. There's more years behind us than in front of us. I'm 58 years old. If I live to be another 58 years old, I'm going to be 116. I don't want to be here at 116. I don't. So I'm going to squeeze all the juice out of life that I can right now. Ladies, if you are listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, we are in our prime right now. Right now. See, the status quo and society don't want you to believe that. They want you to feel like you washed up so that they can keep selling us all these quote unquote anti-aging products, keep us coloring our hair, which, you know, this is a wig, but it's real super duper gray up under here. Yes, it is. And getting Juvederm and Botox, nothing wrong with that. I do get Botox. I need to go get me some more. But I'm not obsessed with this whole anti-aging, right? It is what it is. But they don't want us to really feel good about ourselves, right? Because then we might just take over the world. So the world, though, is youth orientated. And that's okay because youthful people, they buy up a lot of stuff. We are in a capitalistic society. So young people shop all the time. They buying up all the shoes, all the perfume, makeup, different things of that nature. I get it. It is young people really do run the world as far as consumer dollars. I do believe that. But it's our experience that really is what's important. So if somebody let me know if that link works. I'm going to put it here in the chat, but I would rather that link work that shows you how you can go register for the Ignite Your Midlife Mojo Masterclass experience. And again, I'm going to go over this again before I sign off. Three questions I want you to ask yourself in case you're wondering, oh, I don't know, Linda, how I know if this is for me or not. The three questions I want you to ask yourself is your life acceptable or exceptional? Number one. And I'm talking to the over 50 person now. Is your life acceptable or exceptional? And I'm talking to the people who want to live exceptional lives. If you're cool with your life being acceptable, my masterclass is not for you. My masterclass is for bodacious Black women over 50 who know that there's more juice out of life they want to squeeze out. They know they're not really living life up to their full potential. They've been skating by, right? They recognize that there's probably more years behind them than in front of them, and they just want to squeeze out the juice out of life. If you're feeling invisible, if you're starting to feel like life is passing you by, if you're starting to feel like you're too old and it's too late, if you really want to be around some like-minded Black women who understand and recognize that they're not quite where they want to be in life, but they're not ready and willing to throw in the towel because they know there's some good stuff still left in them. If you want to be around that energy, if you want to get some tips, tools, and techniques on how to take your life to the next level, how to get out of your head and into action, this is the masterclass for you. Because again, this is what I do. So if somebody could let me know in the description if that link works that I put in the chat. If it does not, you can just write that down. MidlifeMojoSession.com. Go there, register. Orientation is tomorrow. It's $20.21. Let me just say that in full disclosure. It is not free, but it almost is. And the only reason why I charge is because I want us to get in the habit of investing in our mind. Because a mind is not only is a terrible thing to waste, it's a terrible thing to let control you, especially if you're not where you want to be. See, we can control our mind or our mind can control us. It is what it is. There is no gray area. And that's all I got for y'all. So is your life acceptable or exceptional? Is the life that you're living right now the life that's on your vision board? Because that's what you put on there that you said, your dream board, your vision board. And is the life that you're living reflective of your gifts and talents, those things that God gave you that you know you are not rocking out? Is your life a reflection of your gifts and talents? Is your life acceptable or exceptional? And are you living the life on your vision board? If the answer is no, then you need to be at my Ignite Your Midlife Mojo Masterclass. Orientation goes down. Yes, Denise. The orientation goes down tomorrow. Y'all check it out. It's $20.21. And for those of you who are like, oh my gosh, it's 10 days. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, that's a problem. If you are thinking, oh my gosh, it's 10 days. I don't have time. My question then is, you don't have time to change your life? You don't have time to see if something has the capacity to change your life? That is a problem. Because we go work for the man, that ain't changing our life. It might be helping us pay the mortgage, you put the kids through school. Not saying it's not important, but is it changing your life? And you give the man 40 hours a week. Minimum. Don't throw in the overtime. That's all I'm saying. So, with that in mind, Denise and Virginia, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who are catching this replay, what's going on, please click on the link, come through, at least go to the link and see what it's about before you just say, nah, I'm not going to do that. See what it's about. That's another thing we can't do now that we're of a certain age is we kind of get stuck and we're rigid. We got to remain flexible because sometimes A blessing, yes, Virginia, a blessing could be staring you right in the face, but because you're so stuck and stagnant in your ways, it just go right on by you. With that, have a wonderful evening. I love you all. I'll be back next Sunday for sure, doing my best to be more consistent. But hey, I'm showing up when I show up. Peace, y'all. All right.